Okay, we're back. Welcome back to my channel. We're doing another reading today, and this one is for Garbrielle. And thank you for being patient, and I'm very excited to read this card for you. I'm going to read from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, which are new for me. I mean, I got them this summer. They're pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's pull a card for you. Garb. Okay, here's your card. Yeah. It's perfect for you. You see it? Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. It's happening. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yeah. So clearly, like, the reason I know you is because we came together with other people with this potential and possibility in our hearts, knowing that this is something that we can actually do, and this is what we want to see for this world, and that this is why we're here. Like, why else would we be here? So it's that point of realizing, like, you don't have to worry so much, you don't have to fear so much, you don't have to try to control or force so much. You can trust that the kingdom of heaven is within you, and it's all around us, and it's here, and it's really about exploring how it is already here for you, how it is already here for all of us. It's just that we're not seeing it, we're not paying attention to it, we're distracted in a way because we're busy focusing on other things that are part of the old world that is dying away. So it's like this point of, you can't see what is being born if you're busy looking at you know, is in the, you know, it's in the past. It's like this point of, you can't really, you know, notice what is being born if you're just looking at what was, you know. It's this point of just like starting to take notice of how heaven on earth already exists. Because the more, you know, like the sun, the more we focus on something, the more we allow it to grow. And so where is your focus? Is it the problem or is it the solution? And I encourage you to focus more on the solution as the realization of heaven on earth is already here. We've already created it. It's not like we've even created it. It's always been here. It's only that we've covered it up with a projection of our own fears and limitations, because we haven't allowed ourselves to realize how free we really are, and how abundant and wealthy and rich we really are, and life is, and how innocent and pure we really are, because we've projected all these ideas about ourselves within limitation, within lack, within separation. We've covered up heaven on earth with our own ideas, and so we've actually tuned it out. It's like tuning it out. It's like we've set our tuners to see only the problems, and to see only the destruction, and to see only the separation, when in fact we're all connected. Life is here, life is flourishing, and you know, it's just that point of tuning yourself into what is actually here, which is heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. I mean, we're standing on it. Earth is heaven, like heaven. You know, earth is paradise, and it's here. So yeah, it's just that point of realizing, like, the only problem that currently exists within the planet is human consciousness, because we have forgotten that we are actually part of this universe that is vast, and that there is, like, in nature on the planet, if you look at, you know, Mother Earth, nature, the animals, the insects, there's a harmony that exists. There's a well-being that exists. There isn't a fight. There isn't a pointing blame. There isn't a troublesome reality. Everything that it needs, it's provided by its environment. Like, we are nature. That's our nature. Harmony, working together, working with, you know, in synergy, knowing and trusting that everything we need is provided for. That point of abundance and prosperity, of knowing that we're not actually lacking anything. There's not a lack of anything. There's a lack within our ideas. There's a limitation within the ideas and self-definitions and beliefs that we have about who we are. But if you look at nature, which I know you do, and I know you know how to, life is what nature is, which is abundant, and it's thriving, and it's working together, and it gives and receives, and it works, there's harmony, and it's like, that's heaven on earth. That's who we are actually. So all we have to do is actually get out of our own way by no longer imposing and projecting limiting ideas about who we are and what the world is also onto the world, and rather start to notice the well-being of life, how life is actually flourishing. Start noticing that, because it is. And the moment that we think that it isn't, we're imposing that belief onto the world. So yeah, trusting that you've done the work, Garb. You've put in the effort. You've really pushed to create heaven on earth. And I'm here to say that you've done it. And there is a point of ease available and flow with life, and it doesn't have to be a fight, and it doesn't have to be a struggle, and it doesn't have to be a force, and it doesn't have to be a pushing through. It doesn't have to be a like a really hard, laborious task. You know, I came to a realization this summer of like, the resistance is over. I don't have to resist anything anymore. I don't have to fight through my resistances anymore. I can now, like, it's almost like surrendering and like falling back into life. It's like a trust fall with life. I trust life now, that I can go with the flow. I can go with where I'm feeling compelled to go to. What am I drawn to? What is it that I'm being called to do? What is it that feels really good to do for me? What is it that like I get excited about and I get passionate about, and to do that, you know? And it's also about allowing people to live and be who they are and think what they think, and let the systems be what they are, and know that they're slowly, you know, deconstructing, but like really taking a hold on me and my life. And what is it that I want to cultivate and create within my life? What is it that I want to experience every day? What is it that I want to feel every day? How do I want to live every day? How would you live if we lived in an equal money system, Garb? Because I'm telling you, you can live that way today. Would you feel more relaxed? Would you feel more joy? Would you feel more free? Would you feel more excited? Would you do anything different? Would you travel more? Would you explore different areas of interest? Because you don't have to wait. You can do that now. That's what it means by being the change we want to see in the world. Living today as we would if we were in an equal money system. If heaven on earth was here, which it is, who would we be? How would we live? Because we can do that today. We don't have to wait. So that's my reading for you, Garb. And I will read the card, the book definition for you. Thank you for being open to let me read you. This is awesome. I love this card. Okay, one sec here. Yeah.
Served. Ready.
Okay, you want to say hi to Garb?
Hi, Garb.
Lemuria, or Mu, is one of the Earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on Earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. The Lemuria life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us, and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on Earth. We know you do. Perhaps you are part of the transition team at a soul level, who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It is easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it feels like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Work your light transmission. So there's a affirmation for this card, and it says, I hold the codes of Lemuria and believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. So, what a perfect card for you, Garb. Thank you for your living example all these years, over a decade. that you've been standing strong and sturdy, and how incredibly privileged I feel to have seen you transform and to work with you in the ways that I have. And I'm definitely excited for this next decade as we start to see, you know, heaven on earth really coming into manifestation in full form. And it's exciting times. So hope you're well. Happy holidays. Big hug to you from Canada. Take care, and thanks again for letting me read you. Reach out if you have any questions, or I would love to hear your perspective on this, because I'm sure it's very good. Okay, take care, Gar. Bye.